Good morning, dear students. Here we are going to know about the class 6 chapter 16, that is water. From very beginning I am telling you it's a all-in-one notes of water chapter from NCERT and from New Science Ahead book. So please have patience to see the whole video and get all the informative question answers and notes. So the first question, what are natural resources? Anything that is found in nature and can be used by us is called a natural resources. Example, air and water. What are renewable resources? Renewable resources are those natural resources that either never finished or are replenished very first. Example, sunlight, water. Question number 3. What are non-renewable resources? Non-renewable resources are those natural resources that get exhausted when used. Example, natural gas, coal. Question number 4. Name any two natural resources that can be renewed. Two natural resources that can be renewed are groundwater and wind. Question number 5. About how much of the Earth's surface is covered with water? About 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water, or you can write 70%. Question number 6. Where does water exist on Earth in the solid state? Water exists in the solid state as ice caps on mountain tops. In the Arctic and Antarctic Ocean, ice covers the poles. 7. Why is there a shortage of water for our use even though plenty of water is available on Earth? Less than 3% of the total water in Earth is available as fresh water. Even though there is plenty of water present all around, most of the water is found in the oceans. So only very small quantity is available for use. Question number 8. What is groundwater? Groundwater is the rainwater that seeps through soil and collects over non-porous rocks deep under the ground. Question number 9. What is the source of rainwater? Sources of rainwater is the oceans and other water bodies like lakes, ponds and rivers and the water vapor due to plants' transpiration. Water evaporates from the oceans and rises to the sky, condenses as clouds and comes down as rain. Question number 10. Between which temperatures does water exist in the liquid state? Water remains in liquid state between 0 degree and 100 degrees centigrade. Question number 11. How does water pollution affect the amount of clean water available to us? Dumping of waste from houses and factories, fertilizers and pesticides from fields in the rivers pollutes the water bodies. This makes these water bodies unavailable for human consumption. Now comes long answers questions. Question number 1. Write a short note on the various sources of water. The various sources of water are oceans and seas, which cannot be used due to high salt concentration. Number 2. Polar ice caps, frozen so pure but are unreachable for us. Rainwater flows in seas, oceans, lakes and rivers. Groundwater. Rainwater that seeps underground remains stored. By boring wells, we can use that water. Now, surface water. Rainwater found on the earth's surface like river, lakes, ponds and canals that we use. Question number 2. Why is water important? Importance of water are as follows. Number 1. Plants need water for photosynthesis and seed germination. Number 2. Animals and plants need water to transport nutrients and other minerals within their body to survive and grow. Number 3. Water cushions our joints, protects organs and tissues and keep our muscles and joints moving. Number 4. Moreover, water helps to maintain our body temperature. Question number 3. Describe the water cycle with the help of a label diagram, which is a very important question. So, first point, every day due to heat of the sun, water from seas and oceans evaporate and transpirate from the earth's surface. This water vapor rises into the atmosphere. Number 3, the upper regions of the atmosphere are cool than the lower regions. As a result, the water vapor moves up and condenses into water droplets. Number 5, these water droplets join to form clouds. When the clouds become large, they cannot hold water, which falls to ground as precipitation or rain. Point 7, in cold places, the droplets freeze to form snow or hail. Thus, water from the earth's surface goes a series of changes and come back to the earth and completing a cycle. This cyclic change of water is known as water cycle. Now here the diagram is given, you can see. Then next question, write a brief note on droughts and floods. What is drought? When there is no or insufficient rainfall for some years, it results in drought, and during this period all water bodies dry up. Plants wither away and animals die due to scarcity of water. Agriculture is affected. Drought can lead to famine. Now flood. If it rains heavily in some areas, the river starts overflowing, resulting in floods. Floods can cause damage to agricultural and residential land and to livestock. Floods can lead to starvation, loss of life and property, waterborne diseases and so on. Question number 5. How is water polluted? Dumping of industrial and domestic waste in river and other water bodies pollutes water. Point 2. Excess pesticides and fertilizers are washed away from agricultural fields into water bodies when it rains, causing further pollution of water. Now another question number 6, descriptive one. How can we conserve water? We can conserve water by the following methods. Avoiding wastage in our homes for daily activities. Number 2, repairing any leaking pipes and taps immediately. Number 3, recycling as much water as possible in industries and homes. Number 4, planting more trees help in percolation of water into the soil. Number 5, practicing rainwater harvesting to replenish groundwater for future use. Number 7, explain rainwater harvesting with the help of a diagram. Rainwater harvesting is the process of collecting and storing rainwater for future productive use. So first one, land-based rainwater harvesting involves rainwater collecting when runoff from land surface into ponds, tanks and reservoirs, while roof-based rain harvesting involves collection of rainwater from rooftop that is stored in either underground tanks or directed into deep wells in the ground. Now you can see the diagram of rainwater harvesting. It is showing the rainwater harvesting at rooftop. Now we come to higher order thinking skill. So what would happen if there were no water vapor in the year? Would there be any climate or weather changes during the year? Answer is obviously if there were no water vapor in the air, the rains would not occur due to no cloud formation, and hence there would be no source of fresh water on earth. Now second question, you might have seen that aquarium often have a small machine that pumps bubbles into the water. Why do we have to aerate the water in an aquarium? The oxygen content would keep decreasing, carbon dioxide level increasing due to the respiration of fishes in the aquarium. To refresh the contents, the aquarium is aerated physically. Now students, whatever you are going to see are the extra questions of NCERTs. Now what are the reasons for the fall in the level of water table? The groundwater is pumped by the farmers to irrigate fields. In the cities, groundwater is used for domestic and industrial purposes, resulting in fall in the level of the water table. Question 2. What is surface water? What are the disadvantages of constructing big dams? Rainwater that is found on the surface of the earth is called surface water. The disadvantages of constructing dams are a dam floods a large area of land, and this might lead to loss of habitat for some plants and animals. Question number 3. What steps can be taken to control flood? Many rivers get flooded during the monsoons and have lower level of water for the rest of the year. To regulate this, dams or reservoirs are constructed at suitable locations on the rivers. What is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is a method that is followed to save rainwater for future use. In this method, rainwater falling on the roofs and terraces and directed into wells or underground tanks. It can also be allowed to flow into deep holes in the ground to increase the level of water tables. Question 5. Why rivers originating from Himalayas do not dry during summer? Rivers originating from Himalayas do not dry up during summers because they continue to get water from the melting snow on the mountains. Question 6. What do you mean by potable water? The water which is suitable for drinking is called potable water. Question 7. Can we use the water in the oceans and seas for drinking and other purposes? Why? No, we cannot use the water in the oceans and seas for drinking and other domestic, agricultural and industrial needs because it has enough or excess salts dissolved in it. Question number 8. What is the other name of water cycle and which forces act on it? The water cycle is also called the hydrological cycle. The main driving forces of the water cycle are the sun's heat and gravity. What is fog? How is it formed? In winter, sometimes condensation of water vapor in air may also take place near the surface of the earth. This water vapor in air near the surface of earth is termed as fog. Now there is a case-based question in question number 10. Suppose you want to dry your school uniform quickly. Would spreading it near any angeeti or heater help? If yes, how? Spreading wet uniform near heater will surely help as heater or angeeti are source of heat which vaporize the water of the wet clothes and thus help in drying. Then question number 11. It is another case-based question. See, take out a cold water bottle from refrigerator and keep it on a table. After some time, you will notice a puddle of water around it. Why? Puddle means here the circular water-like ring that is precipitated outside the bottle at the lower surface, that thing. The puddle of water seen around the cool bottle of water because of condensation's effect. As the water vapor present in the air around the bottle get condensed after colliding with the bottle, as it is a cold surface. This is another case-based question. To clean spectacles, people often breathe out on glasses to make them wet. Explain why the glasses become wet. Water vapor also gets released during exhalation process along with carbon dioxide. These water vapor gets attached with the glasses of the spectacles and then condensed in the presence of air surrounding it and thus making it wet. Question number 13. How are clouds formed? When the air moves up, it gets cooler and cooler, and after reaching sufficient heights, the air becomes so cool that the water vapor present in it condenses to form tiny drops of water called droplets, which remain floating in air, and thus clouds are formed. Some more informative type questions are coming around in question number 14, that is, state in the following conditions what happens, whether it is evaporation or condensation taking place. So the first one, steam rising from wet clothes while they are ironed. This process is evaporation. B. Fog appearing on a cold winter morning. It is condensation. Blackboard dries up after wiping it. It is evaporation. Next, steam rising from a hot curdle when water is sprinkled on it. That is evaporation. Water drops appear on the outer surface of a glass containing cold water. Condensation. Question number 15. Summarize the change of state of water with temperature. The first is ice. Ice changes to water. Ice is solid and water is liquid. The process of changing from ice to water is melting, and from water to again ice, the process is freezing. Now from water to steam, that is liquid to gas, the process change is known as evaporation, and from steam to water, it is condensation. Question number 16. Some very important MCQs. Number A. Which of the following is not a form of precipitation? Obviously, it is river, since hail, snow and rain are the forms of precipitation. Number B. The amount of water in earth is always remains constant, so the option is constant. Number C. Which of the following is not related to drought? So it obviously melting of mountain snow. Now number D, which of the following is not related to flood? It's obvious that falling of water table. Question number 17. Rainwater is normally the purest form of natural water, but it has some impurities. What are the impurities and how do they come into rainwater? The impurities are dust particles and some gases. They get dissolved while it rains. Where the rain is polluted, the rainwater may contain harmful substances like acids. Question number 18. Rajasthan suffers from drought quite often, whereas Kerala does not. Why? It happens so because monsoon winds lose most of their moisture by the time they reaches Rajasthan. One more case-based question is coming in question number 19. Where do you expect seepage of water into the ground to be less, in a village or in the big city? Give reason. Seepage of water into ground will be less in big city because there is less vegetation due to cutting down of trees and less open space due to construction of building and roads. Question number 20. Evaporation of water occur at all temperatures. How is evaporation dependent on temperature? If the substance is hotter, then evaporation will be faster. That is, higher the temperature, the more the evaporation. In fact, evaporation will take place from the surface of a liquid at all the temperatures. The effect of temperature is to affect the rate at which evaporation will take place. Evaporation occurs from liquid when water is at 0 degree also. Question number 21. Why does water vapor condenses when it reaches high up in the atmosphere? Water vapor condenses to form tiny droplets that form clouds. If there are dust particles in the clouds on which the water droplets can settle and get bigger, then the droplets will eventually become large enough to fall as raindrops. Question number 22. When do water droplets come down as rain? As the clouds get cool further, water drops become bigger, and when become too heavy, they fall on the earth as rain. 23. What do you mean by water cycle? The water cycle, which involves the constant circulation of water from earth to atmosphere and again back to the earth, is called water cycle. Question number 24. Does digestion of food need the presence of water? Yes, the digestion of food depends on the presence of water. Moreover, water is also required for the absorption of digested food. Question number 25. To convert one state of water into another, which physical quantity has to be changed? In order to convert water from one physical state to another, the physical change in temperature. Last case based question 26. There is moist air in a closed container. How can you reduce the quantity of water in the air? The quantity of water in the moist air can be decreased by either boiling the container or by using a silica gel that is able to absorb the water. So dear students, this is the descriptive video of water chapter. Hope you like this video and please subscribe to my channel, that is Chondima's tutorial. Bye.